So here we go with the brand new Zoom H1e or H1 Essential. Let's have a quick look at it. These are just my very first impressions. I've only just got it, so unfortunately I haven't had time to go out and do much with it this week. There will be some sound clips towards the end that I've recorded out in the world, but they're nothing great, to be honest. And I'll be doing a larger test towards probably this weekend, and I'll upload it to YouTube, where I go out and I'll be testing the H1n in comparison with the H1. Sorry, I'll be testing the H1e in comparison with the H1n. I will also be checking it out with an old microphone that I bought when I first got the H1n. This is the Acessories ETM 001. It's a very cheap little $30 omnidirectional mic, which might be great for people on a budget to see what that sounds like. So I'll be giving that a go for people who might be interested. And I will also be testing it out with my H1e Pro mics, because I have actually also got the H1e 3.5mm cable for these mics. So I'll swap the capsules over and I'll give it a test with the H1es as well. The H1e is it's about roughly the same size, and it's very light. In fact, in some ways it feels a bit lighter. It's a little bit thicker, but it's roughly the same size, and it's a fantastic thing to have thrown in your backpack or in your pocket. A few of the controls are different. On this side you have your headphones, your volume control, and the on, off and hold button, which has been moved from this side on the H1. And on this side you have your microphone input, USB-C, a dedicated menu button, which the H1n didn't have, and you've got your SD card here. So for start off, let's just see a comparison of the startup times between the two. As you can see, the H1n is actually a little bit faster. Now, one thing, my initial impressions of the H1e, one thing that let's just say I'm way less than impressed by is this screen. I'm sorry, but I think it's absolutely awful. I really do. The H1n screen is absolutely fantastic in comparison. It's an 8 years old machine, yet the brand new H1e, it's nowhere near as clear in my idea anyway. Nowhere near. All you have to do is look at the menu system, and unfortunately I have to turn the H1n off to get to the menu system, because you have to press the trash button and the on button at the same time to get to menus. Now, I don't know about you, but the H1n display is just way clearer and easier to understand than the H1e. You can press up and down, and you've got a little pointer here telling you exactly where you are, and it's couldn't be easier. The text is clear. It's absolutely fantastic. But on this thing, I don't know if it's just me, but my eyes are always drawn to the black background with the white writing. But the option that you've got chosen is actually the black writing with the white background, if you understand what I mean. The one that's highlighted is your current option.
SD card, overdub, output, system, help, rec settings.
And I don't know, but for some reason, my eyes are always drawn to the black background with the white writing. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I don't think it's very clear at all, and to be honest, I don't like it. As for the actual
USB.
implementation of the menus, there's a few things here that leave a little bit to desired.
Help.
First of all is the
Repeat. USB SD card. Overdub.
the date.
Output. System. Help. System. Language.
So here in the system menu we have language, accessibility, or accessibility as she says, date time.
Set date time.
Now this is the thing that made me laugh, is that normally the Zoom recorder comes by default as year, month, date, but here in Europe we use date, month, year. So I changed the format to date, month, year. So when you go in to try and set that, you can hear that. Let me just turn it up, make sure you can hear it. You can hear that we're on the day setting, but it's saying year.
2024.
Yeah, right. So we're on 29th of February.
2024.
28th of February.
2024.
27th of February.
2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024.
Absolutely ridiculous that they couldn't even get that right. They're telling you that the day is actually the year. So much for helping people who are who don't have the best of sights, because it's completely misleading. The same if we go over to the year, if it says we're on the year and it says day. So if we try to change the year.
29, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28.
He keeps saying 28, even though I'm changing from 2024 down to 2023, 22 to 2023. It's
28, set, month, year, 2024, 2024, 2024.
It's
set date time.
absolutely
date time.
Ridiculous.
System. Rec standby.
I can't believe that one. I can't believe they let that one through. The second one is that I found the pre-recording is. I set the pre-recording to -3 seconds, which is always handy to have if you're carrying the recorder in your pocket, because you can quickly take the recorder out and press record and record the last 3 seconds, even though you didn't physically press the record button. But if you've got the voice assistant active on the H1e and you've got the button tones on, when you press record, it starts pre-recording three seconds ago, but then it records the beep of you pressing the button, and if you press anything else, the voice assistant comes on and says low cut switched off if you've pressed low cut. So it completely and utterly defeats the point. I don't know what the hell Zoom are thinking sometimes. So if you basically what I'm trying to say is if you've got pre-record activated and you press record, you get the last 3 seconds and then you get the beep of you pressing the record button. I'll put in an example of that in a minute.
Low cut. Off.
It's a bit of a head scratcher, that one. Basically means that the whole 3 second pre-record is a complete and utter waste of time. But yeah, there you go. So the other thing I will say is that
Playback.
when you're doing playback, The only thing thing I can find that has changed on the between this and the H1n is that it's now possible.
File option. Move to trash.
It is now possible to go in here in the play menu
Normalize.
and normalize the file
Export. Mark.
or export it
Format. 24
as
bit.
16-bit or 24-bit. And then you press OK and you execute it.
Playback.
And what actually happens is that when you connect the H1e to your computer or take the SD card out, you will see the normal folder structure which will have your 32-bit file. That remains untouched. But you'll also have an export folder which contains the normalized or converted file that's been converted to 24-bit or 16-bit. So the original 32-bit doesn't disappear. You just get an extra one in your export folder. Personally, I can't see the point in that. I think I'd much prefer to do that in a DAW than in the device itself. So that pretty much covers it for very early first impressions. I'm sure I'll find some other stuff between now and the next video, where I'll go out into the field and I'll start doing some proper field recordings. For your own information, I've got a 32 gigabyte card in here, and at 96 kilohertz 32-bit, it's showing me I've got 11 hours 10 minutes of recording time. So I think for most people, a 32 gigabyte card would be absolutely plenty. Probably even 16 is good for most people. So that's just a quick bit of information. Now, before I show you some of the sounds, Marcel from Free to Use Sounds asked me to give it a little bit of a test next to electrical and electronic items to see if there were any interference problems with this. And I'm sorry, Marcel, I didn't record any of it, but I can confirm that I didn't have any problems with it at all next to the television, mobile phones, microwave ovens while they were off and also on. So for me, there weren't any problems at all. So I hope that little introduction was of some help, and please tune back in a couple of days where I'll go off into the forest and I'll record some sounds with the H1e out in nature, in comparison with the H1n, and also the additional external microphones, as I mentioned before, and we'll have a little listen to see what it sounds like. But for now, for $100, I think you can't really complain too much about this at all. I think the H1n has always been in my pocket or in my backpack as something to quickly get out of your pocket if you hear something interesting while you're out and about. And yeah, I think this will fit the job perfectly. Let's see. For now, I'll play you a short selections of sounds I recorded in the past day or two. It's nothing spectacular. I'll do a better job for the next video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know down below what you think of the H1e.